He sent me a text, word for word. Keep your friends close, keep your enemies closer.
It's so cold.
Keep your friends close, keep your enemies closer.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the CouRage and Nadeshot Show presented by Cash App.
It's where the cash is at.
We are back for another fantastic episode, and this one is very special because, well, our guest is special for many reasons. One,
hey guys,
he's a handsome guy. He's one of our great friends. He's got a very long history with Nadeshot, and he's got a very long Seth, Scumpy, Scumper Jumper, the Scump guy, the God,
The PP man.
PP man.
Oh yeah,
the freaking nature, the freak show.
Wait, no, we have a real introduction for him. Scump is a 2-time X Games gold medalist. He got carried to his first one by me in Search and Destroy.
Yep.
COD World Champion, winner of Best Console Player at the first annual Esports Industry Awards, and second winningest player in Call of Duty history. Oh. That just can't be true. He teamed with me for a long time.
I should be first by a long shot playing these bums. You kidding me? I should have won champs this weekend too. People decide to, not show up on Sundays.
Wow, we're starting off like this. Okay.
Listen, I'll tell you what. It was only fitting for Seth to go out the way he came in. Third place.
Again.
Hey, listen, man.
Third place was very comfortable for us. We had no idea how good third place was.
Third place is great once you get a top 24.
You'll take that.
I'll take third after that.
Seth, how do you feel about my 2.0 KD at Call of Duty Ghosts X Games? How do you feel about that? S&D, the whole event, 2.0. How do you feel about that?
I mean, we played 3 search maps, so I mean it's impressive, but what is the word for
sample
it?
Size?
The sample size is pretty small.
Well, it was a lot more than
it's still impressive.
Maps. Yeah, okay, great. That's all I want to hear.
Yeah, 2.0 across any map is still impressive.
Because I feel like this second X Games gold medal that you won just doesn't really tell the whole picture. It's kind of like paved the way.
We only lost 2 maps at that one. That one was a joke.
That's the one event I never got to do, actually, because I was not a high enough ranked caster at the time.
And look at you now.
Oh, and X
with your Rolexes and your.
What's the Hublot?
Stop. Keep going.
Do the real intro. Okay, so we know Seth's here.
Seth's here, which is great. Obviously, as you guys know, podcast, we got to get some shout outs first here. You can listen anywhere. If you're watching on the YouTube channel, subscribe right now. We're almost at 500,000 subscribers on the channel. Second, you can find us on iTunes, Spotify, or any other place you listen to podcasts, which is just great, isn't it, Scumpy? Thank you to everyone who's been leaving 5-star reviews on iTunes because we keep going up more and more and more. We're on the road to like 4,000 or 5,000. I don't even know. 5-star review from Omega RG says, I'm in love with this podcast. Every time another show pops up, I listen to it right away. My fiance, weird flex, because I'm single, who doesn't like podcasts, was laughing along and talking about and making conversations off of what you guys were saying. The chemistry is unmatched. The flow is smooth. The laughs genuine. The love felt. 5 out of 5.
Wow, Alex, that was a good one to pick out, man. I really like that. Yep. Sponsored Cash App shout out.
This show is brought to you by Cash App.
Wait, I want to read it.
It's the number one place to send and spend your money and cash. You can transition
shut the fuck
internet
up,
money.
I got this.
Money.
No. If you don't use Cash App, then fuck you. The CouRage and Nadeshot Show.
Oh, wow, Cash App does not care about expletives or expletives.
They don't. All right, I'm going to make this real quick. The CouRage and Nadeshot Show is brought to you by Cash App, the number one finance app in the App Store. The Cash App is the most powerful way to spend and save. It's connected to a free Cash App card, the only debit card with boosts.
Nice.
Just select the boost in your Cash App, then instantly save at some of your favorite places like 10% at Chipotle or $1 off at coffee. It's kind of like the radio. $1 at coffee shops. They're always adding new boosts, so check yours often. Best of all, most boosts are unlimited, which means you can use them to save time at your favorite spots over and over. Not ready to switch debit cards? You don't have to. Cash App lets you instantly transfer funds to your cash card for free. So when you see a boost you like, just have fun, swipe, and save. Cash App is the most convenient way to buy Bitcoin. Most Bitcoin exchanges require 5 days or more for bank transfers to become investable. With Cash App, they only take seconds. So make sure you download Cash App from the App. So make sure you download Cash App in the App Store or Google Play Market.
Ladies and gentlemen, I got to pause the CouRage and Nadeshot Show really quickly to give you a special message from 100 Thieves and Totino's. You still have time to enter our VIP trip giveaway to San Diego, courtesy of Totino's. Our VIP giveaway trip includes 2 tickets to our invite-only party on September 26th, 2 tickets to TwitchCon, all paid travel and accommodations for 4 days and 3 nights in San Diego. You must be 18 years old or older to win, and all you have to do to enter is go to 100thieves.com/giveaway, or you can check out all the details on our Twitter. The contest ends Monday, September 9th, so go enter the giveaway. Pause the show, go enter the giveaway, and then come back and watch the rest, because this is a great episode. We love you, Totino. This party's gonna be great. You guys gotta come.
All right, Seth, what happened with Formal?
Really?
Yeah, why did you and Formal begin to hate each other? Because when we were on team together, you and Formal were like best friends. We were vying for his attention at all times, one or the two of us, because he was so good at Call of Duty.
And he was so damn cool.
And then you guys had a falling out. What caused it? Tell me.
Egos.
You want to answer this one? I don't know. I feel like it was kind of the same thing with me and you. There was like a competition sort of within the team. And once we started losing, I feel like that competition kind of like just ate away at the relationship because, you know, he wanted more of the recognition or whatever, or I wanted more recognition, whatever it was. Just sort of something like that. And then obviously when we started losing, we had just a lot of turmoil because of my setup in California. The internet wasn't very well or very good, so I couldn't really practice. And that would obviously, you know, piss some people off. So,
Well, didn't Formal practice from the West Coast at one point too?
yeah, but mine was like red barring while playing.
Oh, okay.
So like it was like impossible to play.
And I would imagine that was triggering for Crim 6.
Oh yeah, everyone
specifically.
everyone hated it. Yeah, and we tried to play through it and we just couldn't because obviously like teams would just quit scrims. Like they wouldn't want to play us because I'd be skipping around the map.
What year was that?
World War II.
That was World War II.
So like after we won champs, you know, everything was fine and dandy, obviously. And then we went to the first event, got third, which I felt like we should have probably won that one. But just like, yeah, after that, it just was a slippery slope down to the very bottom. So
I think for me, I was always curious as an outsider. I mean, I don't think I ever directly messaged you about that, but I was always curious. I mean, I had an idea of what went wrong just because it happened to you and I multiple times. Actually, one of my favorite stories is when me and Scump had our first falling out and he joined Envy after he left our team at the beginning of Ghost. And he put out a tweet or he sent me a text. It wasn't a tweet, it was a text.
oh, this is golden. This is so good. I was like evil little redheaded, like, oh, I was so evil.
This is a true story. I texted Seth after he left Envy and after he left for Envy.
After I left the house at midnight.
Oh yeah.
Didn't you drive like
I literally was outside shoveling ice off the driveway because it was in like the dead of winter in Chicago.
Yeah, we got back from UMG Philadelphia.
There was like a 6-inch block of ice at the bottom of the driveway. I was out there in my Uggs and like socks. I almost got frostbite like out there because there was water getting inside my slippers. And I was out there for like an hour and a half, just literally ice picking this ice wall to leave. I was so mad.
Yeah.
So this was after UMG Philly. I think we got like 12th or 16th place. Big Timer retired after that. He left for Envy.
Me and Ricky went and slept for 12 hours right after we lost.
You guys were really upset. We get back on a flight. We didn't talk the entire time on the way back.
I was like separating myself. I was like, they were all sitting like over there and I was like over here
At the
on
airport
the other
terminal.
side of the gate, like just hanging out.
And so we get back to the house. He was gone. Me and Big Timer were trying to figure out where he went or what was going on. And we found out from Hector that he drove to Philadelphia in the dead of night. So I texted him the next morning. I'm like, yo, listen, man, dude, I know you and I argue a lot. And I know that we've had our problems before and we both have egos, this, that, and the other. But I always saw you as like a really good friend. And I'm not sure what's happening, but you got to talk to me. And he sent me a text, word for word, keep your friends close, keep your enemies closer.
It's so cold.
Keep your friends close, keep your enemies closer.
It was so, I literally thought of that instantly. I thought I was like a little philosopher.
Seth said that and turned up his car radio. I turned his music louder.
He thought he really had something
Went
there.
5 miles an hour.
I was probably still driving. I don't even remember when I sent that. I might have been home already. I forget.
Oh my God.
And then I put out another tweet. It was FDB because that's when that song was out. You remember that song?
No, what's FDB?
Fuck that bitch. Like that song?
No.
And I tweeted out the gif of like, what's his name? Mr. Beans or something? And
Mr. Bean?
When he's like driving away and like, I put FDB as the, it banged.
And then Seth was
We
back
could probably
on
look it up.
Optic.
I probably did delete it.
Seth was back on Optic a month later.
I think it was weeks. It might have been days.
It was definitely shit.
It was 5 days, and I think I was back in my Fusion driving back to Chicago. I was like, gosh, shit.
What a great time.
man.
One of my favorite
I was like, oh, no.
memories. Okay, well, I have actually more specific questions about this year because we don't want to talk about too much of. I have loads of questions. You and I haven't had an opportunity to catch up. So, Jack, feel free to interject. If not, I'm just going to keep firing away at Scump. So this year, you guys go to Vegas, you win the first event. And I really thought that you guys were going to be the best team when you guys picked up Dashy, you guys picked up TJ. And what happened? Because not to even rub it in your face, but 100 Thieves, we beat you guys every time we played you this year, except for that one match in pool play, which I truly wasn't expecting. Like, I know our team is talented, and I know your team.
I don't think we even won maps against 100 Thieves, which doesn't make sense because I felt like we were nasty. And like other teams would take maps off you guys, and like we couldn't even win a map against you guys. And
but after the first event, you guys just didn't look like yourselves anymore. And I always expect you, Krim, and Karma, especially now with Dashy and TJ, to be the most dominant players in the game. Do you guys feel like you just fell off or lost a step, or was it a chemistry issue? Was it a meta issue? Was it a composition of ARs and SMGs on the team? What do you think was like the biggest issues why Optic couldn't find success this year?
I feel like it was like a lack of motivation and lack of like chemistry after a certain point. Like everyone started bickering after we started losing again. And I mean, people were just like on each other's nerves a lot. Just arguing in scrims and people saying, let's take scrims more serious. And I'm over here like, come on, like, let's have some fun. I quoted our team the no fun team after a while because we couldn't have fun anymore. I mean, you know me, I'm cracking penis jokes and the whole 9 yards, the whole time we're scrimming. And I don't know, I probably pissed some people off.
And you guys are losing maps, and I'm sure Krim and Karma are
and I'm over here, having fun. And
I'll never forget, I filled in for a 2K after I got dropped, or not, actually, no, why did I say that? I didn't get dropped. I retired. That is true story. I don't even know. The community has convinced me that I was drop off that Optic team. After
it was definitely your time. Like, it was definitely your time.
Bro, so I retire, right? And they needed to fill in for a 2K or 5K or whatever it is. And I played with Karma, and I was just laughing the entire time because I was scrimming it and I was so bad and it was so funny to me. And Damon honestly was probably on the verge of just ending it all. He was so fucking mad at me. He muted his mic in Discord or TeamSpeak and didn't call out, didn't talk for an hour until we were eliminated, and never said a word to me after that. I've never felt more.
I mean, Damon's kind of like the one that just is nonchalant and doesn't like just lets it go until he like lets it build up. You know how Damon is, and then he'll let it build up, and then like something will go wrong during scrims. It could be the littlest thing, and he'll just explode. And then everyone like gets back on track after that, and then like after a few days, it slowly reverts back to me making penis jokes, and that's how it is. And then Ian doesn't take like losing for anything, and he would just start yelling and getting mad at us, and we'd start laughing at him, and.
Dude, bro, I can't even imagine.
It was the best. It was the best because you start laughing and it send him even more.
Oh, he gets so mad. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like it was just a lack of motivation. And I feel like we just lost the like hunger. Because at Vegas, we were out for blood, and you could definitely see that within the team. And everyone always puts this on me for some reason because like I'm the hype man on the team, which I don't even like being anymore. It's like I just want to play the matches and play the maps, and if we win, we win. We lose, But this event, I feel like I came out and was a little bit more vocal and screaming up after maps and stuff.
I saw you stand up versus first map versus United, I think it was.
Yeah, I absolutely smoked them.
Yeah, you did. You played really, really well this event.
I know, and that's why it's frustrating for me because like obviously I had my bad events this year. Pretty much everyone on our team did besides Bruce. I think he was the only one that was like consistent the whole way through. But yeah, I had my bad events, and it's like at champs, it's just expected. You're playing at your best,
Yeah, and you always did.
And I played super well, so I don't know. It was just frustrating. Like I'm not putting it on just one person or two people on the team. It's just like I don't know. We just didn't play well when we needed to, and we played well the whole weekend. So to come out slow on Sunday and lose in that fashion, because we should have went up 2-0 on E United. Like we were up 5-3 second map. We had Tempest in the 5-3 round, and we made a bad play call. So we should have went up 2-0 on them. And then, if you're up 2-0, you're up 2-0. It's like completely different series and not being 1-1, especially after a deflating loss like that. So I felt like we had the potential to win this one. We just didn't. I don't know.
That sucks, man. Yeah, we had to send you home.
And that was, I remember seeing messages being like, after that one round, like the 5-3, you guys didn't you guys like not win another map?
Yeah, we didn't like come close to winning another map after that.
Because I've obviously done so many events now, and we'll watch from the green room or with other casters and other players, whether it's the analysts, and they'll be like, that's the momentum swing. That's a moment. Like, is that, do you think that was like a deflating moment?
Oh yeah, that's why we lost the event 100%.
Yeah.
It's so wild how quickly momentum can shift, because at that event, when we won that 2v9 versus FaZe Clan after being down 0-2 in the series and 0-2 in control,
Then boom, you just win.
they flipped the switch, and then they looked like the team that they did all year long. We beat Reciprocity, FaZe Clan,
Sicario.
Enigma 6, Sicario, Optic. I mean, that is just a ridiculous run.
I mean, another like example that you could use is last year or 2 years ago in IW, whenever Damon clutched that 1v1 round 11 against Panda Gaming, like an amateur team.
That like saves.
Yeah, we were gonna place top 16 if we'd lost that 1v1, and then we came all the way back, and I think we went round 11 second series against United or something like that.
Yeah, bro. That like gave the team the chance to still become the dynasty.
Yeah, literally.
Because that was the big thing with that whole moment was with that Optic team was they aren't the dynasty lineup until they win champs. And that's why when I did that final call, like I wrote, Maven and Mr. X turned to me, and Maven was like, "This is your moment. This is your first COD champs finals. You're going to do the final call no matter what happens." So I wrote down four lines for Envy and 4 lines for Optic, because people were also saying, like, if you win back-to-back champs, that's also people like that lineup's a dynasty, like, or that organization. So both of them are going to have the dynasty has been cemented. If Envy won, that would have been their line too. But that's why the curse has been broken from top, 7th place. The dynasty has been cemented. With that too, people were like, well, they're not the best roster of all time until they win a champs, because obviously that Cole EG lineup did. So the dynasty is cemented. They're the greatest Call of Duty roster of all time, and Optic Gaming have won Call of Duty champs. That was still like my favorite moment ever in casting. Now that I've done even Fortnite, all that stuff.
I actually went back and watched that before Sunday.
Yeah.
Saturday night, I watched us winning again.
Bro.
I actually didn't watch a ton of Infinite Warfare, but I remember I watched for the finals, and I was really happy to see you win. Like,
Dude,
really happy.
I mean, yeah, it was dope. It was like the best feeling ever.
It's crazy how like I
what a sweet release.
Yeah, it was like,
moments-
thank God.
Yeah.
Like,
when Formal picked the ball out of the air, like so far above the point, and brought it like way back elbow on, I guess, whatever precinct, whatever that was.
Gridlock, or not Gridlock. Yeah, precinct. Yeah.
And then even that last moment where we start the call, like where you guys just really shut the door, and like there's like the 3-piece, and then the dunk comes in. I think it was Karma, and like after that dunk, it was over, and he literally just sits still because he's already standing up and going crazy. I'll never forget.
He actually wasn't. He was sitting down, just laughing, shooting bottles.
Oh yeah, like dude, that's just still so good, man.
What was your favorite era of Optic? Like, obviously you have like the World Championship. That's got to be one of your favorite competitive memories. But if you could go back to any time
Black Ops 2
during
100%.
Optic, really?
Yeah, that was so much fun.
You always said that you felt like you were in prison though, because all you had
I
was
know,
an air
but
mattress.
you don't realize what you got till it's gone.
Now that there's been so many team houses, this was kind of like the beginning one. But looking back on it, do you think that it would have helped the house dynamic if you guys weren't all back to fucking back in one room?
Nah,
at all times?
I think if we'd realized that competition's a good thing, well, more me, I guess. I think if I realized that competition was good for everyone in the house because it would just ultimately help everyone grow, then I think it would have been way more fun. Because like we didn't really like work together as much. We like were working individually, and
It was like we were working against each other while working with each other.
Yeah.
Because everyone,
They're like the stories of like, I remember hearing like, if you were going to wake up at 9 a.m., like you're
Yeah.
supposed to be online by 8:15.
yeah.
You know?
And it would just keep going until
Next thing you know,
until it just got absurd. Like I'm not waking up at 6. If you want that window, that's
Matt's
all you're.
cracking his first edit during at 4:30 in
Yeah.
the morning.
but it would be like a 4,000-5,000 viewer difference. Like if I would sign on before Seth, I'd be at 12K and he'd be at like 6 or 7. If he got on before me, it'd be flip-flopped. And so like in both of our heads, we were both thinking, okay, we want to be the most popular. We want to make the most money. And if we could have just remove that aspect of it and realize, regardless, we were both going to get a check and we were both going to be popular. Like we actually could have done so much more. I completely agree with that.
I mean,
I don't think it's on you because I felt very selfish at that time too.
I mean, it was a great life lesson though, like it taught me a lot about the space. And cause like, again, like we were still really new to everything. Maybe not you so much, but me more specifically, like I didn't really live stream that much until I moved into the house because I had school obviously and stuff. But, and I just wanted to touch on the point that there weren't subscribers back then. It was all ad based. So that's why the viewers were such a big thing.
Forgot about that.
So there weren't subs at this point yet. So it's not like someone's getting on and, he's got his people that are just throwing 100 gifted sub bombs at him. It was like the amount of viewers you had and the amount of ads you ran were the amount of money you would make.
Oh, it'd be thousands of dollars. It would be thousands of dollars.
You would lose out on hundreds and hundreds, thousands of dollars some days, like in quarter 4, if you weren't hopping on before the other person. So like that's what drove so
and
much.
none of us like we didn't have prize money then. We never had salaries at Optic. That was the money that we were going to make.
Of course, yeah.
And we were making like what? Like I'd say $7,000-8,000. I don't remember how much money we were making off Twitch during that time period.
Oh no, we'd have like $1,000 days for sure. Like in some
okay, yeah.
$1,000 and $2,000 days, and we'd be like
good days,
jumping for joy.
I mean, so much has changed now with the landscape. Like now it's like everything that a lot of people do is all about the rising tide of everyone raising together with hosting in general, gifting subs. Now that you guys are more
Twitch
mature,
trying to get people to come back, stay on the website.
but less of that and more of now that you guys are both more mature, you've seen it. If you had the chance to run it back again with what you know,
we would have. We would have
to push each other, to squad stream, to all this stuff.
We would have built even more of an empire. Like obviously we already had, but it would have been insane, I think.
I think the biggest moment for me that I realized we were on something special was when we decided that randomly we were going to do a Grand Theft Auto 5 stream when it first released. And we were like, fuck it, let's just go pick up the game from GameStop and start a stream at midnight and do like a 24-hour thing. And we were the most viewed channel on Twitch for like 3 days straight. And it wasn't Call of Duty. And so we knew that we were onto something. I don't know. I feel like Twitch is in a weird place, and I could be totally off base with this, but the people that are actually really good friends, like you and Tim and Ninja and Jordan Fisher and all the guys at the top that host each other and help each other, I feel like a lot of people feel obligated nowadays to act as if they want to help everybody, and it's not so much out of like the goodness of their heart. They just want to be a part of like the gear and how it just keeps revolving and get in with the right crowd. I don't know. Twitch isn't it just feels weird to me.
I mean, there's always conversations.
Different.
Like there's always conversations like we from the very beginning, like obviously, I mean, I'd been a fan of Tyler for Ninja, for example, for years from Halo days. Like I fucking went to events and would watch him play.
No, of course.
And all that stuff. But like even with our group though, but there's been times where I approach social media a certain way, they approach social media a certain way, and then we've all been like, no, here's how we should do this. Whenever someone has a clip together, we all tag each other and then all retweet and share and tag each other on Instagram, do that stuff. So like, obviously more than just friends, we have the business side, but
of course,
conversations. Yeah.
I think for me, and this is just speaking personally, I'm so much happier now that I'm away from the fold of working like the YouTube and Twitch game and have to be online at this time and have to put this many ads on this video and have to upload at this time on this day. I haven't looked at my YouTube analytics in 2 years, and it obviously showed because my channel was not performing well because I was busy with 100 Thieves. But I don't stress about that stuff anymore. And YouTube analytics used to be the worst part of my day.
Shit, I don't even stress about that stuff anymore either. And I don't got 100 Thieves going on. Like,
but
I've just been playing competitive.
You came back to, well, first of all, you should be the highest paid competitive player next year, 100%. And if you aren't, I'm going to fire whoever your agent is. I'll be your damn agent. I will get you a bag. Listen, all the Call of Duty players.
Are we running it up right now? Can I say that? Run it up?
Yeah, of course.
Do you want to run it up with me?
I love running it up, and I would love nothing more to run it up with you. But it's so funny. I feel like you're like the golden child because you came back to Twitch randomly after not streaming all of World War II and had like, 27,000 subscribers or something on Twitch?
At a point, yeah.
At the beginning of this year?
A lot of it was gifted, and I was doing a lot of giveaways. So, I mean, the number was skewed, but I mean, yeah, it's still a lot.
Yeah, it's a huge success. I think the biggest, I always wonder is, how come you stepped away from YouTube so drastically?
I don't know, honestly. I think a lot of it had to do with World War II. And obviously, too, people that have done content creation in the past, it's really a rhythm. And once you fall out of the rhythm, it's like, it's hard to get back into the swing of things, and I feel like when I came back to Twitch this year, it kind of enabled me to immerse myself again because of how much success there actually was. Like, say I came back and, that didn't happen, then it probably would have felt, weird to me because there's just used to a certain amount of numbers or used to a certain amount of viewers tuning in every day. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just, I don't know. I feel like I fell out of rhythm with World War II because I didn't really enjoy the game. and I enjoyed streaming again at the start of Black Ops 4, but then it got to a certain point where I had to choose between competitive and playing again because my team didn't want to stream scrims. And that's already like 4 to 6 hours of playing a day, like heavy playing, not just hopping on and playing pubs and recording it. It's like, it's stressful.
I still think that was the worst thing to happen in Call of Duty.
It's so stressful.
Pro Call of Duty was
like stop streaming scrims.
Everyone stopped streaming
it's
scrims.
such good content, and it's like, I mean, obviously people, want to win a lot, but I don't know. It's just I mean, I'm not going to say that.
I have a career now, what's helped along my career based off of the lack of wanting to build brands of Call of Duty players and their drive to just not stream and make anything themselves. Like literally the whole Black Ops 3 was like me and S&D stars who were wanting to like actually stream. And that's why all those guys blew up. And now finally Call of Duty players, especially this year, and people have realized like, wait, if I'm consistent and have a schedule, like, bro, there's some Call of Duty streamers that have like 150 average viewers that have 3,000 subscribers.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's 10 grand a month.
Yeah.
That they're just making off just playing with that they would already do. Like, it's insane.
The amount of gifted subs nowadays have just, I mean, it just, people are just generous on the platform and they just throw gifted subs at people. You could have, like, I'm going to bring up Teep, for instance, averages 2,000 to 3,000 viewers and has hit like 17,000 subs.
And it's consistent too. I think I looked back and he has 14,000 subs, which is insane.
Yeah.
The Call of Duty community is like ride or die for the players in their world. And luckily for us, nobody figured that out like early on. I would argue.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but that's almost why, like, and we've discussed this a few times because of all the Call of Duty sponsored things that have gone on, right? And the Modern Warfare reveal events and people being like, why aren't competitive people invited for these certain things? And it's like, what we just talked about. Those are like the COD community that's core and that's going to watch and buy the game and spend hundreds of dollars. They're already there. That's who's watching all those competitive people. And then you have people, well, now me, who's built an audience in Fortnite and Doc and the TSM guys and other YouTube Minecraft streamers that go to these things because those are the people that they want eyes on the game to then go and spend money and do things.
Because they're bringing their audience.
Yeah, I agree with that. I guess I definitely feel a little jaded though because of it. Like nobody reached out to me personally about.
Well, that one I'm obviously surprised by.
No, of course. Yeah. I was just surprised because for the Modern Warfare reveal event, I wasn't invited to the tournament. And a lot of these guys got paid to go stream it and make videos on it. Now, of course, I don't make content as consistently as I did.
But still, if you made Call of Duty, people would definitely watch it.
Well, of course. But we helped build the community up. And so it's more of just my prideful ego.
No,
where
that one definitely does not make sense.
I'm like, should be grandfathered into this. Like, listen, if anybody's going to be an advocate of the game, like, what's the deal? I want to check.
Yeah, I want some cash. Like,
it is what it is, though. You know what? It's a very nice woman that works there, who I've worked with for a long time. And she's like, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize you'd want to go. And she's like, we have a spot for you if you want it. But I'm like, well, you're paying one of my best friends and my roommate to go, and you just want me to like show up on a day's notice. Like, again, my ego. I'm like,
no, yeah, it's definitely a shot. Like you should definitely got an invite. I didn't get an invite either,
which is insane.
But I feel that's more that we were scrimming and
you're a professional player.
Yeah.
Are you excited for Modern Warfare?
I think it looks a lot better than what we've had personally. I mean, I haven't played it, so it's hard to like watch and form an opinion about it. It looks, I don't know, it looks fun. It looks more like Call of Duty than the past 2 years have. So
you're optimistic?
Optimistic, yeah. Will it suck? Probably.
So
but
okay,
wow,
we're definitely never getting an invite back.
Well, I mean, it's like, there's been so many people putting in input to fix their game and go back to things that people enjoyed, and they just completely blatantly ignore it and they do what they want.
So I have 2 questions for you, and don't feel any pressure to answer them, but I feel like you don't tweet or stream or make videos as much, so people haven't really had access to your thoughts. But I'm curious what your life has been like in the last year with Optic somewhat deteriorating in front of us. And obviously we brought Hector on and he talked about his experiences. So don't feel any obligation if you don't want to, but I would just be curious what your personal experience was like as all these changes were happening at Optic, being somebody who was there from the very beginning and helped build the brand.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It is what it is. Like at a certain point, you knew it was gonna happen. I didn't think it was gonna happen like this, like so maliciously with the brand, because the brand, like after it had been acquired by Infinite, or majority share was by Infinite, so they were making the decisions at that point. Like it didn't really change overnight. It was more of a gradual process, and I don't know. It just felt like there was a disconnect between us and everyone that was there. There wasn't really any line of communication besides Jacob, who now works for you. We called him Reek because he looks like
Exactly.
He looks exactly like Theon. But yeah, I mean, other than him, like there wasn't really any communication between us and them. So
Really?
they would try to like email us. And, you know, for me personally, I'm like, dude, send me a text, send me something. Like you sent me an email. I don't think I've looked at my email in like weeks. Like you can't expect me to reply to this. I'm literally telling you to, you know, hit me up in a different way. But I don't know, just the lines of communication and what they wanted us to do, like for content purposes, it just all felt really forced and weird after that initial switch.
Yeah, I guess that'd be my question. It's like, okay, day to day, the only person that would contact you would be Jacob. And if I were you and I was in your shoes and I had somebody from Infinite who I didn't know who was trying to tell me what to do or had idea for content that wanted me to pull away from my job day to day, I'd be like, fuck you. Like,
That's what I did. Yeah, that's exactly what
it just
I did.
must have been, I would feel really uncomfortable. And so I was just curious.
No, yeah.
I had to ask.
I mean, day-to-day life really didn't change too much. Like,
Just scrimmed and...
yeah, I mean, that's like really all I've been doing. I've been scrimming, taking care of Buzz. That's about it. I mean, I don't really do much. I would wake up, get food, like same routine, just no content in between it.
Well, in the last year, you bought a house. You have a new girlfriend. And it seems like from the outside looking in that your life is pretty good. And I want to say I'm really happy for you.
Oh, my life
I've told you that.
My life is great right now. It's just, I feel like I'm lacking purpose at this moment. Like I'd love to start doing the whole streaming thing again, but it's just hard, you know, to pick up. I don't want to go play Fortnite right now because, you know, the new game's going to come out. I don't want to go play Minecraft and get a Minecraft girlfriend, which is a weird big thing right now.
I was just about to ask you if you want to come play Minecraft with me and Jack.
I don't know. It's just like,
This video gets 100,000 likes. Seth will come play Minecraft.
If not,
I mean, I'll
Seth's
break-
just going to fuck off to the back, jerk each other off.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
That's a
wow.
whole different podcast, I think.
Isabel might not be cool with it. But no, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Just coming from Call of Duty, like the way my mind works, it's really weird. And, you know, I haven't really talked about this as much, but when I like do something, I want to be completely committed to that. So say I'm still a competitive Call of Duty player, which I am, and I'm not retiring. So people think I am.
So you're not retiring?
No, I'm definitely not retiring.
Scump has officially announced for the first time ever on the CouRage and Nadeshot Show presented by Cash App that Scump, the king himself, is officially not retiring. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
I think I have like a couple more years playing. I'd say probably like 2-3 max. But yeah, I don't know. It's just like if I was gonna go ahead and pursue like Fortnite, I wouldn't want to do it in a 2-month span when I know that after that 2 months is up, I have to be right back immersed into playing Call of Duty full time again. So there's no point to like try to, you know, like I want to focus all my efforts onto that.
Yeah, I remember when you were getting into it a little bit and you'd play on mouse and keyboard and stuff, and we would have talks. And dude, I mean, you've always been in a unique position, right? Where like literally, even with let's say Call of Duty YouTubers all spreading out and playing other things and everything, like your channel was just you. I mean, hell, I would say at the Optic House and would literally hear you and you go like start your recording, play a game, you'd go like 118.4, that'd be your fucking video. You'd start another game,
Boom, done for the day.
98.2, that'd be your next video for the day. And like no one else on YouTube was making a livelihood where they literally just pub stomped. And for so long I wanted you to be the face of console Fortnite in the blow up space, because it would have just been like, oh, whew, like it would have just like through the roof. And obviously your Fortnite videos still did really well. Like
They did surprisingly like really well.
Because
they were doing better than some of my COD videos at the time.
Well, you're just so naturally talented at every game you play. Sorry to cut you off, go.
No, that was a long time ago though. If I tried to play Fortnite now, it'd be an absolute
it's
bloodbath.
definitely a different landscape.
Yeah.
Definitely different landscape now. But like that was like my one thing. I mean, we talked so many times about potentially living together and doing stuff together. Hell, we did a Burger King commercial together. And we were like, dude, I just wish I could have just morphed myself into you and clone myself to just make other Fortnite videos on the side, let you do your scrim stuff because.
But then it's like, I would have loved to do that, but there's just so much pressure from, the
community,
the green wall and the supporters. Like if I were to do that and we would go to a tournament and get top 8, they'd solely blame it on me playing Fortnite. And it's like, that's not how it works, first of all. But second of all, it's just like, I don't want to have to deal with that.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
After Seth announced that he was not retiring, my text from 3 days ago that I sent to him just doesn't feel right anymore, so I'm going to read it. He said, it's still cool to come chill with my girl, right, and stay? And I said, yeah, absolutely. And now I said, now retire and come join 100 Thieves and let's get this bag. So that's not going to happen, huh?
100 Thieves?
Yeah.
Are you guys franchising? Because you need to if that's a...
Well, he said now retire. And
Yeah, I wanted you to retire. That had nothing to do with anything.
Oh, you wanted me to retire.
I wanted you to retire
Oh, okay. I misheard.
and join 100 Thieves.
Can
you imagine me,
for content
you,
purposes?
and Jack and videos together? Might just take over damn near the whole thing. YouTube.
I mean, yeah, that's definitely my end goal. Obviously,
You should retire.
you think so?
officially announced on the CouRage and Nadeshot Show.
Seth might be retired.
I'm just saying.
And then, by the end of this interview, the contract gets over. Seth, and I'm here to announce my retirement.
Are one of these a contract under here?
Hey, don't tell me.
Sign something in blood for if you.
Don't tempt me, bro.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, obviously, like whenever I end up, not playing anymore, that's what I want to pursue. I think that's what a lot of people want to pursue. You pursued, you made 100 Thieves, which sounds awesome. Like I bet, like you said, not worrying about analytics and stuff and how many viewers I have, like that's probably because it's stressful.
Well, I'm starting to worry again now because I've been making more videos and I'm streaming more, and I don't want to be like personally irrelevant. And so I've been starting to stress about it a little bit.
But you're not. You run one of the biggest esports organizations in the world.
It's a long story.
I'm not going to stroke your ego right now, but
Hey. Okay. Well, all right.
because if you wanted to, you could bring it back. It would just take consistency.
That's right. I appreciate that. So 100 Thieves, maybe like 2 years.
Yeah, potentially.
Lit. All right. You heard it here first. Good.
Maybe
Seth is joining 100 Thieves in 2 years, presented by Cash App. Thank you.
Just wait on it.
Just wait on it.
Wow, that'd be fun. We'll still be here. That may be a bigger house, but we'll make something happen.
You're not happy with this house. It's a beautiful house.
We love
a
this
very
house.
beautiful
But
I was
there
enjoying the
are
pool.
other plans for other things.
Man, Seth, if only you knew. I got my first song coming out.
Ooh, we got things in the works.
Big single?
You imagine?
So what's your team going to be next year?
I don't know.
You have no idea?
No.
Do you know what city you're going to play for?
Nope.
No information.
No information.
No groundbreaking announcement that you can make here.
The season just finished. Like
This man has had a beach day.
I was literally, I was on main stage less than 48 hours ago playing at Champs. Like you can't just hit me with these questions.
Oh, I remember.
True.
Yeah.
What was the worst part about teaming with Nadeshot?
The fact that you couldn't eat into your mic or he would lose his shit.
True.
Like you literally had to take off your headset. And then he'd be over here burping and farting and like, and if
hear
you
all this
took
stuff.
one bite of your Chipotle and he heard one chomp, this
Bro.
guy would go ballistic.
I literally make people spit their gum out at the office if they're around me. I actually made Mark do it yesterday. And then John will sit there. You've never met John Robinson, but we sit back to back with each other. And he'll
You ever Michael Jordan him?
Oh, I've Michael Jordan. He's bald.
Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan.
Oh yeah.
No, but I told him yesterday, we're sitting there talking about a bunch of different stuff, and he just starts eating a bag of Cheetos. I literally ripped the fucking thing out of his hand. I'm like, John, what are you doing? We've been working together for a year and a half. How many times I got to tell you not to do this? Unbelievable.
It still bothers him.
Oh,
Dude,
man.
we sat down to watch when we went and saw Endgame, and we had like 15 of us there.
Popcorn.
And I was like 5 seats to Matt's right, and I know how bad Matt is with this. Like Matt used to go to movies and buy like 4 tickets on each side so that he could have space to go and not hear people on.
That's not a thing, is it?
Side by side, front and back.
Yeah. Would literally buy the tickets around him.
I mean, that's smart. If you got it, you got it.
Yeah,
you know?
sure. Right. It's a weird flex, I know. But
It's a weird flex.
I was 5 seats to his right, and I could hear a guy 2 seats to his back left chewing. It was arguably the loudest thing I've ever heard. And I literally sat down and went like this. In my head, I was like, Matt's gonna move in the next 2 minutes. And then next, like he like asked like Eric or someone all the way at the other end to swap with him, and he was moving over.
Really?
I when I sit down in a movie theater, I can't even enjoy the previews. Because I sit back and I just wait until somebody is absolutely not sitting behind me. And I swear to God, bro, I cannot explain it. Somebody's fucking with me in this simulation that we're in, because every time the movie's right about to start, the preview's over, and I take a deep breath and I sit back, relax, and got my popcorn all excited, some fucking asshole will walk down that damn runway, walk up the stairs, and I just pray, no, go into that staircase. No, go into that staircase. No, go in that staircase. Go in that aisle. Every single time they come sit behind me. It's happened in the last 5 movies, and I'm convinced somebody is trying to fuck
Dude, it
with
just perfectly sums up that's like Matt encapsulated in a person, just like overthinking those things and having to deal with that and letting it bother.
I didn't know this was still such a deep-rooted issue. You might need to go to
no.
therapy or something. Like,
when we, I don't eat.
I thought you maybe got over it as you got a little older.
No, when we eat here, like,
Nope.
Still crazy lunatic.
I'll sit like in the kitchen basically to eat with Matt here because like I chew with my mouth closed.
How do you go to dinner with people? What if they get like?
Well, at least at dinner, there's more ambiance and
Yeah.
more stuff going on.
I don't
Okay.
go to sit at dinner.
What if someone gets fried calamari or something?
No,
How do you deal with that?
Yeah.
it's
love
it's
fried
only
It's
when
so good.
when somebody is like individually eating where I can audibly hear it when they're not supposed to be eating.
Okay. Oh, that's really weird, but I guess it makes sense.
Because if we're at a dinner or we're at a lunch meeting, I'm not focused on anybody else eating. I'm eating, so I won't hear it. I'll block it out.
Okay.
But as soon as my ear hears it, it's like breaking like the fourth wall. Like the glass is shattered, and it's all I can focus on. I think there's something wrong with me.
I mean,
Let's get off this subject.
it's a
we were here to talk about Seth.
yeah, it's a tick. It's all good.
Okay, so that was your worst part about teaming with me. What was your favorite? Actually, I'll tell you. I'll tell Seth first what my favorite part about teaming with him was. Well, there's 2 things. One, back in the day, like Black Ops 2, Ghost, Advanced Warfare, he was always going fucking off. Like you could just take over a game. I actually still believe that Seth is the best Call of Duty player to ever play the game. That obviously his accolades and accomplishments don't prove it. Him and I did team for a long time, and we came up short quite a bit.
I've gotten third like 4 times at champs.
Yeah.
Just needed somebody else to help me.
Okay, well,
needed one more
and then you
person.
dropped him. Okay, who said that?
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
I think I know who you're talking about.
No, but Seth would always take over games and win us maps that I just never thought we would win. And my second favorite thing was what you were explaining earlier about like Crim 6 and Karma, and sometimes they can't deal with you just goofing off, because I feel like people would take scrims way too seriously. And if you're not having fun while you're playing, you're not going to get better, and you're not going to trust each other. And every day that you scrim is just going to be absolutely miserable. Of course, it's hard to have fun when you're losing, but at least have some context and some foresight as to what the bigger picture actually is. And Seth always understood that and was always fucking around, always having fun, and made streaming and all the things that we did early on a lot of fun.
When people get mad at me, I just push it further. I just love to annoy.
Oh, yeah.
It's
No,
my
you're-
favorite thing to do. So when Ian starts yelling at me, I start cracking jokes at him, and he'll get like destroyed. I'll go, and that sets him off.
Yo, that just pissed me off. Hearing that,
I say it to Tej, and Tej is like, yeah, I just got shit on. But like, Ian will just get so mad. I don't know. I like to goof off. I don't know.
Okay.
Can't take it too seriously, you know?
If you were going to build a Call of Duty team right now in the franchising area, and you could pick any player, who would it be? If you
One player.
No, a 5-man team. What would you build your 5-man team as if you were the GM? And contracts didn't matter, salaries didn't matter. What is your COD dream team?
This is really tough. All right, so what's the meta? We 1 main AR, 2 flexes, 2 subs?
Yeah.
That's the meta? Okay.
Well, don't worry about the meta.
yeah, I would just say pick 5
Skillful players.
people around you.
Let's start with the main AR role. Probably the pipe.
Formal. For
Yep.
anybody that doesn't know.
Probably the pipe. 2 flexes, Slasher and Bruce. Am I on this team?
Yes.
So okay, so I'm a sub, so that's 1 sub slot filled. I don't even know. Who would my second sub be?
Simp,
Because I'm kind of,
the goat.
yeah, probably Simp the Pimp with a limp, the shrimp.
Wow. All right.
That was
That's
good.
a long nickname.
So
That's why
Simp?
I always say, he's never heard me say that, so I'm sorry, Simp, but that's what I call you when we're scrimming.
streams are off.
Trust me, Sim's good right now. Dude,
That's
the meme.
Simp the Pimp
Dude,
With a
there was a
limp.
meme on top of COD competitive.
Sip the
Reddit today.
pimp with a limp.
and a shrimp.
And it's a guy like the meme. Like, Jesus fuck. It's useless.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, the meme was like a guy like crawling through the desert. He's like, water, water, and it's like Simp over his head, and there's like a bottle of like Dasani there. And the guy's like, water because like Sim's just only drinking like Fuji now. The motherfucker's only drinking smart water because of how much he's won this year.
Yeah, don't rub it in.
Yeah, sorry, it's pretty crazy.
So just to review, Simp, Scump, Slasher, Dashy, Formal. Everyone at home,
I think
send us a tweet. You guys think that team's going to lose an event?
I think that team would be pretty nasty.
I'm surprised you didn't throw Octane a spot.
Yeah, I mean, Octane was super good this year. He was the best main IR this year for sure.
I think that Octane, if it wasn't for
I literally texted him that on Sunday.
I think if it wasn't for how well Simp has played at the last two events of this year, I think midway through the season, Octane was far and beyond the best player in the game, not just AR. I mean, his stats were ridiculous. And the Optic fan base likes to give Dashy a lot of credit, which they should. He makes a lot of flashy plays and he can take over games. Really good player. But I think Octane was the best player in the game this year, besides Simp.
He's pretty good. Really good.
Cool. So I just wanted that to be known.
Who's the better World of Warcraft player, you or Octane?
Probably Sam again.
Okay.
He's like plat in League of Legends too, or Diamond or something.
Weirdo. Kid's a freak.
Yeah, he's really good at everything.
Kid's an absolute.
And he watches
he's a
all of
gamer.
our Minecraft streams.
Hey,
LaRue, we love. He's a great guy. I still think you should change his name from Octane to LaRue. I think it'd be so much better.
LaRue's cool.
LaRue's fucking dope. And Austin Slasher should 100% be Liticoat. Liticoat be dope. Liticoat with the 2-piece, Liticoat with the 3-piece. Oh my God, he popped the fall. Liticoat is absolutely going off.
what do you got, I guess?
Liddy the Titty.
Liddy the Titty. Now that's a good one.
I'm going to start calling him that.
True. I like that a lot.
Yo, Liddy the Titty.
Seth, you want to go on a dream vacation with Matt and I together?
Sure.
Where do you want to go?
It's a tough question. I'm not really traveler
Extraordinaire.
competent.
Would you go to a villa in Tuscany, Italy with us?
Do they got wine?
Italy has a lot of wine.
Then I'm down.
Seth, what's your favorite aspect of your new house? Because I feel like we should talk about that a little more because that's real life. That's not COD. I feel like we've talked a lot of COD. I want to talk about Seth away from the game because I feel like more pro players need to focus on that. You're going to have some time off now. What is your favorite part of the house? I mean, to buy one at your age is an incredible achievement that should not be looked down upon or should not be looked past. And I was really fucking stoked for you. What do you think?
What I like about my house?
Yeah. Oh, I got a story too.
I don't know. I think just owning a house is really, I don't know the word for it. It makes me proud. I don't know that I've used to live with my mom and just all the gaming stuff has taken place. And just for me to like be able to open up my front door and like, yo, this is my fucking house. It's just that just thought
It's a real physical. It puts like your success in a physical thing that is like, it's like something that everyone understands.
I'm just proud of
Every
it. I
person
don't know. Like
with a home and that like they all get it.
the whole process of, when it was getting built and to see it like be built. It's just like,
Oh
it's,
God, wait,
it's
I know
cool.
what you're gonna tell.
But yeah, I don't know. I've never really bought anything for myself that's like too flashy. I mean, I have a couple of nice pairs of shoes. I mean, I haven't even bought a nice car yet. I bought Will's totaled car from him. So like, I've always been pretty smart with my money, and to like finally make a really good investment like that, it's just makes me happy. It's like,
Yeah, you're really smart with your money. I'll give you that much credit. Well, shout out to Mrs. Abner.
yeah. I mean, if it wasn't for her, I'd probably be broke. But
Yeah, that's great.
Dude,
That's why we have moms.
the time we were playing Black Ops 3 Wagers together, and Seth goes, "If you win this, I'll give you $100." And it was a 1v4, and it was against like Looney, and like it was against like, or no, Looney was on our team, but it was against good players. And I slide out and get the 4th kill, and he's like, "Send the PayPal, send the fucking PayPal," yada yada. And
I
then,
was pretty mad.
Send the cash app. Send the cash app. Send the fucking cash
well,
app.
Sorry, back then. Sorry. And Seth goes, Seth's like, "All right," I texted my mom. And I'm like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Well, my mom runs all my stuff."
I mean, well, in my defense, I don't use PayPal.
Yeah.
So it's her PayPal.
Oh, okay.
And
loves
I use it for like wagers and dumb bets like that.
Do you want to come live with us and be our friend forever?
I mean, I would love to, but I own a home.
So how do you feel about franchise COD? What do you feel about the idea of having to go live in another city? What do you feel about the teams that have been announced so far in the cities? Tell me your thoughts on...
I don't think we're going to have to live in other cities, at least not for the first year.
A lot of other players are convinced that they are, from everyone that I've talked to.
Okay, well, like year 2, year 3, potentially, yeah. But year 1, like, we're not going to have to move.
If you're told you have to, if you're at a point where, let's say it is year 2, and you finish year one and you're at a point where you're like, all right, I'm this age. I've done well for myself. You obviously can easily branch and do content and do that. And that'll be, your source of everything. Or you can keep competing, but you have to go move somewhere that you probably definitely don't want to live. Do you think that that's going to be a decision that could be the crossroads where you could be like, all right, then I'm out?
Depends what the cash is like.
So it would be like, I have to be paid very, very well.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, if I'm going to uproot my whole life to go move somewhere else, then yeah.
You want the super max.
I'm getting a bag. Or I'm just going to retire.
I get the big flipping the
It's going
tablet.
to be the middle of the U.S.
I don't want to move.
So Nebraska. Just,
No.
Nebraska's not a real
The Cornhuskers?
state.
No.
I actually finally met somebody from Nebraska. I couldn't believe it.
Dr. Lupo.
No. Oh, he lives in Nebraska?
Yeah.
Oh, he was the first person I met from I met a second person that lived in Nebraska.
That's an interesting life. Seth,
I didn't know people were from there.
why have you never used Instagram? Always has very much bothered me.
It got hacked a long time ago. And Instagram won't give it back to me for some reason.
Well, that's just not.
That's just very much not true.
Well, they want me, they said that I need to give them an email that I used. And this is like 5 years ago. I don't remember what email I used.
Okay, well, we need to get you talking to the right people. I'm going to help you. Why hasn't Hector not helped you?
He's trying, and it's not
been no.
I'm going to help Hector.
Okay.
Well, 100 Thieves social is and marketing is going to help Hector.
Okay.
'Cause I don't know what to do either.
Cool. I'm down. I would like my Instagram.
I get you your Instagram in 1 hour. Weird flex.
You think you could?
Absolutely.
Then what are you doing?
I will
Pull out your
message
phone right now and start. Let me talk to Seth because we got real things to talk.
Do you remember when my phone got hacked and you were like doing all my shit for me?
Yeah.
Seth, what is your favorite part of your new relationship with your girlfriend? What do you like about her? What brings you fulfillment in your life?
That I can be really fucking weird around her.
Dude, I would
Which
tell
is
you
like, I'm super weird. Like, people that haven't met me and like seen me in my actual element, like they probably think I'm like, I don't know what they think of me, but like if you meet me and I'm comfortable around you, like I'm fucking weird.
Yeah, and I love it.
But I'm shy around new people.
Absolutely. When I met her for the first time, obviously the other night at the party, and the first thing that I talked to about with Jackson and Jack and a couple of my other friends, I said, I love this girl because Seth has not changed one bit, and he's saying all the weird shit that pops into his head, and she's just looking at him like it's awesome. Like
she's used to it. Like it's
she
nothing
loves
new.
it. No, like she loves it. She's like, yeah.
I say some pretty ridiculous things,
I'm happy for
especially
you,
while
man.
drinking.
I'm happy for you, man. That's awesome.
Apparently, I was yelling.
You were drinking rum and Red Bull.
Someone gave it to me, and I regretted it.
No, but you drink like 3 of them. You kept giving me a new glass, and every time you said, try this. And it was rum every time. I'm like, why are you drinking rum and Red Bull?
I don't know. I got it handed to me, and I just was drinking. I was hammered.
Okay.
I was drinking claws.
Yeah, we were. I beat half the Call of Duty community in beer pong.
I don't know how you do that. I can't play beer pong for more than like 2 or 3 games, or I just get bored.
We won 11 games that night. Me and my
Straight?
partner.
Straight?
No, not 11. We won 7 games straight, and then we won 4 games straight.
Weird flex.
Yeah, she's nasty.
But yeah, the fact that I can be weird.
Okay, Seth. Alex, what time we at?
We are about a little over just an hour.
Oh, okay. So we wrap this up so Seth can go to the beach. All right, Seth. Here's what we're gonna do.
Fire round or
Instagram messages have been sent.
lightning round?
This is our breakout segment of the episode. We're gonna give you most overrated and most underrated, and you need to give us your answers.
In Call of Duty?
No, just
No,
in
well, it might
things
be
in
tough.
general.
Yeah.
In general.
Yeah, it'll make sense.
Just listen, man.
Overrated and underrated fast food restaurant.
Overrated Whataburger. Underrated
Big facts.
Smash Burger.
That's fair. I respect that answer. Most overrated and underrated Call of Duty.
Like game? Overrated. Fuck. Maybe Black Ops 1?
Absolutely.
Yeah, a lot of people like that game, and it was
Game sucked.
kind of stale.
Yeah.
Underrated MW3.
Big facts. Whoa, we might be the same person. Look at that. Most overrated and underrated TV show.
Overrated Rick and Morty.
Whoa, now you've crossed a path you don't want to.
It's funny, but it's not like I enjoy like Family Guy or Bob's Burgers way more. I don't know. Underrated Bob's Burgers.
Okay.
Nice.
What about movie?
Oh, this is gonna piss you off.
Don't say it.
I'm gonna say
don't.
Wait, piss me off or piss him off? Because we have two very similar.
I already know what you're gonna say.
You think so?
And if it starts with an I and ends with a stellar.
No.
Oh, thank God.
Interstellar. Matthew McConaughey could have my children.
Don't say what
I might use him as a sperm donor. I'm sorry, that got weird. I was gonna say Endgame was my overrated. It was too long, and I didn't like the concept of going back in time and jerking each other. Hated
I
it.
love that, but go ahead.
I didn't like it.
Okay.
Underrated. Wow. This is hard. There's a lot of.
We'll keep it to the most overrated.
Yeah, I don't even know an underrated one.
Most overrated and underrated sports team.
Overrated, underrated sports team. Underrated.
Don't say the Miami Dolphins.
I'm not gonna say the Dolphins.
Do you still like the Dolphins?
No, I like the Eagles.
When did that happen? I thought you were a Dolphins fan.
Like a year ago.
Wow.
When they won.
Times change. People change.
Underrated. The Birds. Overrated. I don't know.
All right, this segment is over.
Well, it's really hard. Like
I know it's over. Yeah, 100%.
the Patriots.
Thanks, Seth. Great contributions.
Yeah, no problem.
Seth, you are a gentleman and scholar. You're still one of my best friends. Thank you so much for coming on the podcast.
Thanks for having me.
Can you come visit us when you have more time to hang out with us and be our friend?
I mean, I would have stayed longer. I have to go back
I know you have stuff to do, but can we make a conscious effort?
to come out here.
Yes.
Just come visit, dude. You got like 6 months till anything happens, and you're not going to stream.
We have a stream room for you, a bed for you.
I'm not going to use it.
We know you're not.
I say you go do the project and you come back.
Come on. Come out for a weekend with us.
Are we going on vacation? We should all go on vacations.
We should 100%.
Like, why don't we just do that?
did.
Like
100%.
in a month.
I just seized out.
Wait, then didn't they hit you up about the
Hawaii.
Yeah.
the vacation?
I'm going.
Yeah,
I'll be there.
I'll be there too.
John Robinson ain't fucking seeing me, talking to me, looking at me, emailing me for a straight week.
I'm going too.
Now.
You know what? I'll tell you what. I'm about to take 2 weeks because this guy John's having a kid and he's going to be out for like a month and a half.
Are you going to actually
There you
have
go.
to do stuff?
Fuck, I hope not.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm going.
Okay, well, you're going to come visit and you're going to Hawaii. If you don't come out, me and Jack will hate you forever and we'll never talk to you again. Seth, tell us where they can find you.
Nowhere for 2 months. At Optic_Scumper on Twitter. That's
The classic.
about the only, unless I get my Instagram back, then that'll be Optic Scump.
What? Tell me what new email you want to use for it.
Well, don't tell him now. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna use
PP Man.
Well, I'm just saying
27.
this. I'm reminding you.
Wait, actually they're gonna get it back like that?
Literally already handled.
Why am I friends with Hector? Like
Yeah, what a
it has taken him months
Yeah.
to even get
He said that about a lot of things. And then they take much longer.
all right, let's wrap this up.
No, I like taking.
All right, Seth, thank you so much for being here, man. Appreciate
Yep,
you.
no worries. Thank you.
You're still good at COD. Wait. Well, we have to do the final shout outs. Remember, if you're watching this on the YouTube channel, subscribe to the channel right now. Second, if you're watching this or listening to this anywhere, leave a like on it. Also, leave a 5-star review. You might have a chance to be read off next episode. Let us know who you want to see on the show because we're always looking for more great guests. Thank you so much to Cash App for sponsoring our wonderful CouRage and Nadeshot Show, the #1 gaming podcast on iTunes. If you guys can, be sure to use Cash App and send us pictures of you using Cash App.
Is it really number one? You guys are the number one podcast? Or is that just like a thing that you say?
No, we are the
The #1 gaming podcast.
Or we were at some point. I don't know if we are anymore, but
Nice.
we get to say it.
Cool.
So, Seth, we have this thing
We get to say it.
at the end of every episode. We do a jingle. You have to make our show jingle. Okay.
And Seth's actually pretty good at freestyling. So you need to hit a beat and you need to freestyle. And it's got to be about the CouRage and Nadeshot Show.
How do I hit the beat? Why can't you hit the beat?
Beatbox.
You hit the beat.
I don't like beatboxing.
I don't know how to beat.
Someone just hit me with a beat. I already got it in my head.
All right.
Hit me with a beat.
I'm a little nervous. Nah, I got this. Oh, that's pretty good. I like that.
All right. You just watched the CouRage and Nadeshot Show. Make sure to hide all of your hoes. And now this episode is coming to a close.
Hey, that's the best one yet.
Scummy.